Wow, so I just had to make this really quick live stream video about Friday the 13th. It's a gloomy update, so I'm out here in the rain. Um, I just woke up from my nap, got on Twitter, and saw the news where Wes from Gun Media, the guy that's pretty much over the game, that gave us the game Friday the 13th, posted a tweet that bothers me. It's understandable in ways, but it bothers me. Friday the 13th is dead no matter what. So if today by 5 o'clock, if there was a ruling saying that F13 or Friday the 13th of Jason Voorhees can move forward in production of video games and TV shows and movies, Gun Media Wes F13 underscore Wes on Twitter said that they are not working on it ever again. The game is dead. That he said that they can't just stop working on something and pick back up with it. I'm personally very bothered. You got people that's like, oh well, that's just how it is. Oh, a $40 game. Well, in my opinion, when I purchased the game, I purchased it because I was seeing the perks. I was seeing where they were at financially, what they were going to offer. I paid upwards of almost $200 for my package of Friday the 13th, and I got there late. So when I got the Machete edition, it was very underwhelming too. You have to pay like over $100 something for the Machete edition. So my expectations, there was no picture of the Machete edition. There was no inkling as to what it is. But when you hear Machete, I'm expecting something that looks maybe like a guitar case that might be like 12 inches long, that maybe look like something that would hold like a mini machete or something like that. I have purchased a bunch of GoFundMe stuff, Kickstarter stuff. I'm a fan of the Game Chasers and stuff like that. And I've paid under $75 for items or things and have been very, very overly satisfied with the things I've gotten mail. Well, the Machete Edition case, which I should have had it for this um, video, was very underwhelming. It was just your regular steel book with like one picture on the outside, and where they gave out the digital media to go along with that early, which was kind of cool. I just never opened it, and I probably won't open it. And my version was not signed like some of the other people's version because I got there late. I didn't know about the game. I'm very bothered that if a court ruling happened tomorrow, we're still not getting Jason in space, or what fans call Uber Jason. We're not getting a lot of these things that are promised, and this is the first time I've purchased something and have been very underwhelmed, very dissatisfied, and put a lot of time in waiting for these updates and for the game. And I was the fan that would tell people, well, just be patient. This is going to be all worth it. It's going to be fun when we get it. The online stuff doesn't really interest me, but I am very excited for the single player challenges. The main reason why the online stuff didn't interest me is because you had the fans. There's a spectrum to life. There's the good and the bad. So whenever you do something as cool as Jason, you're going to have people that make the game a million times better for you, and you're going to have people that make the game on the opposite spectrum, where I was just hating it. I was getting cussed out, and you're getting 8-year-olds, talk to you in ways online where it's shocking. A lot of games are that way, but it just seemed to be apparently more so with the F13. So I sent a tweet to Wes saying, me personally, I can never support anything Gun Media does again with a game. Not only was this game not that great, it had no support, a lot of bugs, um, waiting for things that you just never got, a lot of hype, a lot of money, a lot of heartache, kind of what Friday the 13th has been dishing out over time anyway. So, me personally, out of the horror series, I'm a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. Freddy Krueger's my favorite. Jason is a strong second. I'd probably have to say Pinhead, and I don't know if that's full, because you think of those three characters, and those are three characters that we've not gotten a lot of the past 20, 30 years. Um, I've always felt Hellraiser could be a lot cooler with the right budget, and they've kind of been dishing them on the budget. Do think Hellraiser is in the right path, but they've got to get more funding and to see what those movies can actually do. Big fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but let me just say this. If they do a Nightmare on Elm Street game and it's gun media, I can't support that. I can't just say, ooh, here's another $150. Hopefully there'll be promises that they can keep. My brother, he develops games. Um, but I can't sit there. I can't understand, and I haven't talked to him about it, but I can't understand the notion of, oh, well, it's done. We cannot work on a game anymore at all, even if the ruling says we can after today. Um, so, what are your thoughts on Friday the 13th and them being done with the game no matter what? Me personally, I'm bothered. Bad business plan. This is the Ryan Johnson of video games, where I'm done with anything with that name, anything with gun media. There are already too many really cool game developers out there. There's tons of people in the wing that can come up and put out a great game that I feel probably could have story mode and things like that to it. So what's your thoughts? I just wanted to get this video out there really quick on this gloomy day, because this is gloomy news for me for a game that I haven't really got to play much because I was waiting for these things that are promised. Um, so I'm out of here, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more updates. I'm going to start doing them more kind of like this, where they just come out as soon as I hear them. So